And joining us for the penultimate celebration is Chris Gore.
Oh, hey, Andre. I mean, does anyone even want me here? I don't know.
We want you here. I'm sure so does everyone in the audience.
Here? We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I'm kidding. Of course, it's great to be here. Tom, Andre, and Culture. Culture knows what I'm referencing. I'm very glad to give you a laugh this morning on a Monday. Brie Larson's sort of like mini meltdown on the red carpet on at D23.
I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah,
I think I sent that to you, Andre.
Yeah, you did. I saw.
Okay, but I have a theory as to why we're launching right in. We're coming in hot.
Yeah, coming in hot.
Alan Ng was there from Film Thread. My esteemed editor-in-chief of Film Thread, Alan, was there. He was taking pictures. He texted this to me because he couldn't believe it. He goes, okay, Brie Larson is 3 minutes from appearing at this booth. There's less than 30 people here. And he sent me the photo. And
oh my God.
He was like, he couldn't believe it. It's like, oh wow, this is like kind of sad. So he sent me the photo and I posted it. If you go to the Film Threat YouTube channel on the community tab, you'll see the photo. You should bring it up and show it. It's like there's nobody there, and then everyone's sitting. There's like this circle, so there's a carpet and there's a circle, and all the adults are sitting in the circle like children. And it's like Brie Larson. They're making like this announcement on the loudspeaker. Brie Larson is about to appear at this booth. Nobody rushed to it. Nobody cared. Can you imagine if Chris Evans was there? You'd have to fight people off. But this just directly shows that even fans of Disney at a Disney show, D23, have very little interest in Brie Larson. That
even the Brie bots are not as bad as they used to be honest with you. They were kind of like shitty last night off their game. I'm like, I've dealt with much better ones than this before.
True, but it was just like, I mean, look, her character.
So basically, you have a fan event where usually any star would be mocked. Mobbed.
Yeah, exactly.
They would be mobbed by the fans, and they have to go and advertise. There's Brie Larson. Brie Larson is right there. Everyone, go see. She's right there. Please, crowd, please clap.
Yeah, please. It was basically a please clap moment. So I don't know if you want to show the picture, but
we got it right here.
Yeah. It's there. So that's literally the crowd for Brie Larson, like, and she's like minutes away from appearing. So she must have done that and then did the red carpet later or something, and just kind of felt like. And then also they showed the teaser for Marvels, and Alan's only comment to me was, "It's not for us." He said the crowd is loving it, but it's not for us. And I think some of the trailer leaked actually.
Wow.
Not the full trailer, because they were very strict about no video at these at all of the
there was a lot of video that leaked out though.
Little videos where people could kind of grab a little bite. Couldn't actually,
but at the same time, they're really, I mean, we're going to get into this, not to bury the lead. This had to be one of the most uneventful D23 things I've ever seen in my life. But the other thing was the Marvels, and we actually have the reaction from the audience. I have a recording here.
I only recognized two of the cast members in that photo because I don't know what they did with the makeup for the other two actors, but they did not look like the people I saw in previous incarnations.
I think the quote from Alan Ng was, "This is not for us." Like he said, the crowd ate it up. The crowd really loved it. The teaser they showed some scenes.
All 10 of them.
Yeah, and
which crowd was that? Would this be the 30 people that came to see Brie Larson?
No. This was a different thing. Okay, sorry.
This was the presentation. This was the Marvel presentation, and it like people but like all I'm saying is they're all like Disney sycophants, right? Like they're Marvel they're just happy they got in the room. Alan was in the press area, but he said that like he basically told me like, yeah, this is not for us.
Yeah, because I heard that Chapek got booed, but that's the other thing too. Like you just said, we have to remember these are Disney sycophants, and most of these people hate Chapek.
Right.
So, but this was the one that's just so I can show the picture that culture or Script was talking about here. Sorry, we had culture this morning, Script.
No worries.
Here's the picture. And oh yeah, this is what she did. She wrote "Trolls Combust" on Twitter. She knows exactly what she's fucking doing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one of those is supposed to be like the Proton Miss Marvel or Proton Captain Marvel? I'm generally saying this because I remember the one from WandaVision. I think it's supposed to be the one in the middle sitting down, but who's the woman in the back standing up? I don't think I recognize her.
Are you sure? I don't know anymore. I don't really care.
I don't know either. I will just say there is only one person in that image that looks like she doesn't fit in with the others.
Brie Larson?
Yeah, it looks like she's just like sat down and did a photo bump.
She looks like their teacher. Like they're on a field trip and she's their teacher. Yeah, okay, now this is the other thing that ripped up the internet yesterday. This is hilarious. Let me share this here. Sorry. Because this was her on the red carpet, and this is what Chris was talking about earlier too.
Let's see it.
And this I can't remember this guy's name from Variety. He's asking her about this.
How long will you play Captain Marvel?
How long will you play Captain Marvel?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
How long will you play Captain
She's
Marvel?
not being modest. She's upset because I think she learned that the next movie that she's in is not hers again, like a Solo.
As I just said here, this was my response. No, she's not being modest. She's really not sure. That's genuine disgust with people who didn't accept her with open arms and gracious applause for being so brave and stunning.
I agree. I mean, what we see right there, that is a mix of her sadness, heartbreak, and disdain, because she knows she's not popular. She knows that she's rejected by her co-stars. She's rejected by the audience. No one is sticking up for her. And she knows that the next time she's playing Miss Marvel, which is in the Marvels, is probably the last time. She probably already knows that she's being phased out of the MCU. Probably someone already had a talk with her saying, look, this ain't working. All that stuff that you had contracts for, all of these.
Actually, this would be her 5th appearance, Andre.
It will be, but here's the other part.
I'm sure
she was presented as being the new face of Marvel to replace Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly, and that's
was being the operative word.
Yes,
yeah, that's what.
And I say that has more to do with the fact that it was a terrible script and directed film than it was her herself. Because I think if the movie was great, you'd probably ignore all of her "it wasn't made for you"
oh yeah
crap.
Absolutely, but as it stands, I think that she went into this thinking she was going to be the new face of the MCU. Yeah, she's had like 4 or 5 appearances, whatever. Most of those were small cameos. And she knows that after this, she's mostly done. And they're moving in a different direction. And someone had a chat with her and let her know. And that's kind of like some of this heartbreak that she can't really hide here. That's my reading of this situation.
Oh, no,
Chris, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about
I was
this.
going to say, we have all the proof we need with Trolls Combust, right? But anyway, Chris, yeah, because I know you have to leave us.
Yeah, I think that she's reacting to her being wildly unpopular. I mean, we saw the awkward videos when she was, doing press with the Avengers. We saw all of that. And she was sort of set up to be the future of the MCU, the most powerful character in the Marvel universe. And she's, not only is the character unlikable, she's kind of unlikable in real life once we got to know her. And that's just a sad fact. I mean, look, you can be a fan of hers, but you have to acknowledge she doesn't have broad appeal. She doesn't have wide appeal. And I think part of it is her attitude, and that comes out in the character. I just think, I think she's a talented actress. I think she is miscast in that as Captain Marvel. They could have gotten someone like Katie Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff is a derivative choice, really.
Well, but even she would have been better in that role, more likable. Katie Sackhoff, I remember seeing fan casts where they would do artwork of Ronda Rousey. There's just other actresses that are more likable.
I think
But
Chris is right. People may not have liked the movie because the movie was shit, but at least if Katie was in the role, they'd have been like, well, at least she was likable.
Exactly. That's the thing is like you can take, and this actors do this all the time. You know, they'll take something that's kind of like weakly written and they'll like chew the scenery, and suddenly a character that's got like a few lines in a movie is memorable for years and decades, you know, right? It just happens. And so she just didn't have that. And the script was weak. Like no one is arguing that the script wasn't. The script was incredibly weak for Captain Marvel. The whole story, her arc, just everything about it was weak. But
it was a sitcom premise or a miniseries premise trying to be compacted into a feature film. I felt.
As a counterpoint, the whole character was written as the ultimate entitled Karen from start to finish.
True.
And you could have a more likable actress, but honestly, I don't think that it would have made much of a difference because the character is fundamentally written to be unlikable. Honestly, I think there's something similar going on with Morpeth Clark as Karen Sue Galadriel in the Ranks of Power right now, because I don't think that as a person she necessarily is that bad or inherently.
I think you're right, Andre. I think it's something in the writing that they're trying. Exactly. This is how they're interpreting female power.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I think that probably in the right role, Morpeth Clark is going to be a wonderful, super likable person, but she's written to be this disgusting filth of a character in the Ranks of Power, and so was Captain Marvel. And that is something that happened to fit very well with Brie Larson's character. But if you had someone likable, if you had a Katie Sackhoff, people would still hate that character. I really think so, because of the way it's written.